Hello everyone, this is a speedrun of Claire A and Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's an 80% run category, pretty much on. Pretty sure this is probably 80% or something like that or whatever. I don't know. Not even gonna judge at this point, whatever. But pretty much comparing this to my last run from in the past, like my last run from a couple months ago. This is like probably like a couple minutes save, I'm pretty sure.
Are you okay?
Like, yeah, like a couple minutes or so I saved
I'll check it
from
out.
this run. But anyhow.
Don't come any closer.
So, as per usual in the A scenarios, we're gonna just straight up ignore the zombie, pick up the blue key, pick up the key here, and then we're going to equip the handgun, and we're gonna frame trap that zombie right there, immediately. Hope for the auto aim, hope for the best the auto aim doesn't fuck us over. Also, I kinda actually fucked up swapping that key in slot 1 or something like that. I have no idea what happened there, but anyhow. So, you know, just straight up run out the whole gas station, same as usual, you know, same as means. But we don't actually have to run out after we pass around that zombie right there, because, you know, Leon's just gonna straight up activate the cutscene anyway for us, so we don't actually have to do that. If you move, then it'll take him a longer time to activate the cutscene. I'm not actually sure. So, things for Claire here, basically, from the difference from Leon. Claire has a skinny hitbox, and she has better guns, and pretty much she's more faster than Leon overall, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's definitely faster than Leon overall. I do not reset on Claire if I'm on yellow caution. I only reset on Claire if I'm on red caution, which is danger caution. This zombie right here is just taking a hard turn to the left, but he more likely will just straight up grab you pretty much a lot on 30 FPS, so have to keep him in mind as much as we can. But not only that, this is played on the PlayStation 4 version, and this is played on 30 FPS. 30 FPS is quote-unquote the hardest version of the game. Like, absolutely the most hardest version of the game. It doesn't even have to matter for Japanese versions or not. Reasons why is because it's just completely insanely terrible with the dodges on 30 FPS. And not much things are faster, anyway. Not much dodges, not much cheesing to do, not much time saves are not so much faster. 60 FPS might be a better version to speedrun. But, you know, on 30 FPS, you know, you're gonna have to stick with your gut, get pretty much. But anyway, as per usual, unequip the handgun here, sit by the side of the door, and you're not gonna take hit stuns, use right by that guy, and then blah 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 blah. Pray for the love of God these assholes do not grab. But because I have a skinny hitbox as Claire, I could take the risky dodge overall, and dodge those guys. Luckily. Because the Asian zombie, he's more likely to just straight up fuck your shit over, because he sometimes just never likes to cooperate and just straight up be an asshole. But yeah, the 30 FPS version of this game is quote-unquote the most hardest version of the game overall. Because there's just so many shit that is complicated to explain that happens in 30 FPS with certain speedrun strats that are kind of not recommended to straight up speedrun, but however, for Claire, overall, we have to pretty much as Claire, for the 80% route I take with Claire here is I pick up, because I am playing as Claire, because she has a skinny hitbox and, you know, she's faster, I straight up only pick up, like, about, I don't know, 2 hills or so. So, like, I pick up 1 med spray in the STAR's office. I could have picked it up in the RPD, like, beginning parts of the game, but I didn't even need to because I just didn't feel like doing that. Because I could just try to pick that up in the STAR's office. I also got lucky with the crit on that guy. But, you know, I'm just trying to get rid of these guys here just so I can get the locker on here later on. Straight up not knifing that guy in his leg, getting rid of him in his decap and stuff like that. That's you know, same as usual. And after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this zombie here. I mean, shoot that zombie there. My bad. But, I got lucky. He tried to lunge, but I got lucky and managed to dodge and bait. But, you know,
What was that?
I pick up a green herb in the Iron's office. That's like my last health I pick up, pretty much for the run. Pretty sure I visit the Iron box 2 times in this run. Like 3 times in this run or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how many times I visit, but we're gonna pick up that side pack there. Coming over here. Female zombie. Gotta check where she's at. Sometimes she likes to be a bitch and be in the most annoying positions. But when Marvin says it's important, that's basically when we could just jump down here. So we can get around the radio call simply because we can't actually break it. But gotta keep in mind on Misty, sometimes we have to shoot her in her face because she sometimes doesn't like to cooperate, and sometimes she likes to just straight up be an asshole, even when we do shoot her in her face. The Misty is pretty annoying to deal with overall. The reason why she's called Misty, by the way, is because she literally looks like Misty from Pokemon Go. So it's kind of actually the main reason why we call her Misty in the speedrun community. But however, you know, just straight up gonna solve that solution to that puzzle, take that side of the route out of the room. Then we're going to come over here, pick up the key card, and it'll be in that slot instead of being in the downer slot, just as I want it. Then we're going to move the blue key down to that slot instead, and we'll delete it after we get out of Scar's office. So here's a strat that I actually found out that actually helped out, basically. So what I did here is basically, this is like a unique strat that I didn't even think that would actually work, but you can actually skip this radio call here by resetting from the autosave here. And by resetting from the autosave here, you can actually just straight up, like, skip the radio call. Like, literally just skip it. And by doing that, after that, Claire will just not be ready to use her radio call, use her radio after that. Kind of a similar strat that I use in RE7, pretty much. Whenever the first parts of the house, I'm just, like, running around in RE7 in order to get Ethan to move faster. I just straight up, like, do that. And, like, reset there in order to, like, not reset the whole game, but, like, restart there from the autosave in order to get Ethan to move faster. Kind of similar to that, but this time we're just doing it with the radio call. Can't really do that in RE3, but, you know, in Resident Evil 2, it's, like, consistent as hell to do that like that. Just gonna pick up all those items in that room there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna get rid of all those handgun bullets in our inventory. So in the A scenario, what I do here in the A scenario pretty much is that I just straight up unlock this door early, pretty much. Personally, I just don't care. Honestly, it just, in order to free up inventory slot, I think it's just better to just get rid of that key early. In the past, I was just considering not to do that until the end of RPD1, depending on if I was just doing some other stuff with the A scenario characters. But however, I just do that anyway because I just want to free up inventory slot. Get out of my inventory quickly. So that's the easiest dodge in the game. Don't even have to worry about that zombie there. This zombie here, he was not supposed to actually be right here, but it's okay if he's scary anyway because I'd rather prefer him just be anywhere near the office door here, because that means I would have to wait for him to actually turn around in order for me to cheese him. Also, I was trying to delete that crank there. Kind of fucked up on doing that. It was like a couple seconds doing that. Just doing that just so I can get this in slot 1. Trying to take my inventory slots serious as much as I can, because by getting things to be in slot 1 more often, getting my keys to be in slot 1, I can have a little bit better course timing with cheesing certain things, making things a little bit consistent. But gonna pick up the locker launcher there, and we're gonna just straight up pick up the we're just gonna straight up pick up the flame rounds. We're not going to do anything else with lock launchers upstairs. Get up the stairs here. Squeeze right by the female zombie there. It's a little bit of half lag for some reason. I don't know what happened there. But, anywho. So, basically, you know, I might have to skip on this strat in the future, but, you know, I'm still picking up these grenades out of this locker and stuff like that overall. But, just doing that because I needed that for G2, basically. I don't even know if it's worth it keeping those grenades, We're not even gonna reload the green flame rounds yet, quite just yet. We're just gonna reload that later. Just picking up the flame rounds. Trying to mix some acid shells for zombies on RPG2, and you know some enemies for, well, just for Birkin later on. Gonna combine that with the blue gunpowder so we mix up acid shells. And then we can just straight mash this in the confirm button after we pick up the med spray. We can just delete the key. Then we're gonna check where the liquor is at, so we can blast the acid round at him, because fuck him. Dodging that liquor is just fucking annoying as hell. So, personally, as Claire, I just prefer to just blast acid rounds at that guy in order to cheese him. And he also died there on the gurney. You can hear his voice when he screamed. Solving that solution. Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, whatever. Coming over here, library. Get straight up, going ahead and blast that zombie right there with the acid shells. Also, for some reason, I took a wrong line. I didn't run in the actual line towards that ladder there, so I lost a second there. Also, I have no idea what's going on. The movement in this game is pretty slimpy as hell sometimes. But, anywho, we're just gonna put that battery pack there. And then, here's a strat that's been used recently in 80% runs. So, for the zombie here, what you need to do is that, I mean, not for the zombie, what you need to do here is sit by this position here. And by sitting at that position there, like, by literally sitting by that position there, actually, you can actually cause the, like, you can actually just straight up cause that whole thing right there to just straight up not cause hit stun on towards you. Make you lose, like, 5 seconds or so. Overall. Pretty consistent. But, we're gonna throw flashbang as we're coming down there, because those zombies are, no matter what, gonna always be in your way 100% of the time. But you gotta pay attention to what position you're standing at. It's like where I'm, like, blocking the view of the zombie and stuff like that, pretty much. Just, you know, you're gonna have to screenshot it, basically, for yourself. And also, I have all these slots into slot 8, slot 5, slot 1. Pretty consistent to have the mingling tricks help out here. Because I have more better time dealing with, like, mingling tricks here, instead of trying to save off on mingling a little bit. Because I thought this was more tolerable with the consistency. And pick up those grenades, pick up the acid shells. I mean, combine the acid shells. We can only combine acid shells for Claire. I have no idea why, but you can't really mix up so much grenades in Resident Evil 2 Remake for Claire. For whatever reason, I have no idea why. But, you know, same as usual, coming down here, pretty much. What the hell long was that took? But, gonna pick up that hand grenade there. Just picking that hand grenade up so we can save a minute here in this boss, because there is a higher chance. There is a hand grenade you can pick up in this boss, but there's a higher chance I will fuck up, pretty much, during this boss, and just straight up cause Birkin to teleport, and he'll just randomly be in the ceilings for a long time. Pretty much being a dick, I should say. Pretty much a dick. And I fucking hate him when he does that. But, we're just gonna start off with an acid shell, start off with a second acid shell, then pop up with another grenade. He's gonna instantly take hit stun here, no matter what. Then hand grenade him, and then he's gonna slam him. I'm just gonna open up with some handgun bullets here. Trying to gauge a little close, basically a little bit as much as I can, so I can kind of actually cause more damage a little bit from the closer I am, the closer I get. But anywho, oh yeah, actually I think I fucked up there. I was supposed to do that, finish that off with like only a couple grenades or so. So I end up fucking finishing that off with 7 grenades. Pretty bad.
It won't move. You got it. So, what's your mom like? She works at Umbrella. She's making important medicine. Umbrella?
I was supposed to finish that fight off with only having like about
My mom's always at work.
9, no, not 9 grenades, I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully you'll get to see her again soon.
Yeah, I was supposed to finish that off with only 8 grenades at the end. having like only 8 grenades. That happens sometimes. So, fortunately, what I had to do is I had to come up with my own backup strats like I normally do. Because if I don't have 8 grenades, then normally what I have to do is I have to just straight up go all the way over here. Go all the way down here and go pick up the other grenades in the outer office and stuff like that.
And then that asshole gets what's coming to him.
Wastes like 3 seconds or so picking up these grenades, but honestly, I just didn't feel like caring at this point anymore. I got tired of resetting over all off of the grenades anyway, so whatever. This isn't world record. Not even gonna care no more, but pretty much about that. So picking up those grenades and leaving. Just wastes like 15 seconds or so picking these grenades up. Well, actually, 16 seconds tops, bumping into that wall towards that door. Coming up here with lickers, we're gonna hug the wall here. The first licker is easy to dodge, but the second licker, sometimes he just randomly likes to lick you and stuff like that and be a dick. Like, he'll randomly out of nowhere just straight up lick you. And if he licks you, or one of them will just, you know, it's just gonna be a terrible fucking moment. Whenever lickers lick you, it's pretty terrible. Pretty, terrible fucking attack that they do. That just causes you to waste his, like about 3 seconds there, getting licked. Can also put the acid shells. Coming through here. The second pass back is kind of the risky part here, because we run the risk of getting hit. On the way back. Pretty easy to just get straight up cheesed to death by these guys. Pretty much a bad calls getting hit here. But, you know, you just gotta get lucky pretty much overall. Try not to get hit here. And also, we're just gonna boss acid shell pretty much at that licker there. The old true trick of using... The old true trick, pretty much, of using the auto speedrun dodge, where you just aim downwards for that licker. Doesn't really work like that no more. Especially on 30 FPS, it just seems like it doesn't even work no more. Pretty dumb. Because sometimes he just instead what he does sometimes, he just likes to clip by your collision box and stuff like that. And if he doesn't jump right behind you instead, then he'll normally just straight up fuck your shit over and just ruin your run right and then and there. So pretty annoying. The dodge doesn't really work personally at all no more, so can't really do so much about it. But we're gonna trade out the handgun and the pink key, and then trade it out for the just trade it out for the actually no, we're just picking away 3 items. Was just like the nut spray and the handgun and the green herb and the key. I mean, not the green herb, but just the med spray. And that was it. I actually forgot what I actually put away just for some reason. But anywho, coming over here, we're just gonna lock that locker there, so we can call us like that to be open. When we get back, we'll pick that up, picking up those grenades. That's that guy. Then after that, we can just straight up like go straight for the door here, and that will be in slot 2. After we pick up those other grenades. I just straight up need to get 9 grenades, pretty much, because I can't use them at all, pretty much, for the rest of RP2. So we're gonna pick up the flashbang. Alright, so it's pretty RNG overall, avoiding getting hit by this female zombie and getting grabbed by her. But unfortunately, I found out that on consistent mode, she doesn't really attack so much unless she goes into turbo mode. Like, unless she goes into turbo mode, she's more than likely to get you. So, on consistent mode, she's pretty easy to dodge, pretty much here. There is a chance she will go into turbo mode and lunge, but, you know, she's better than she is been on hardcore standard. Jesus. So for right here, instead of doing the Mr. X skip, we're gonna just do the instead we're just gonna do our own skip with the acid shells. We're gonna go this way, go down the stairs here, and slide right by here. Do that, ta-da. Blasting that ass rounds at Mr. X there basically just skips him from doing the annoying dodge, because sometimes doing that annoying dodge can be a pain in the ass. So honestly, overall, I just prefer to do that. I took this line here because I thought this would probably be a better, faster way to take. I haven't actually checked if it was faster or not, but anywho. Might have to check in the future, but coming over here, gonna pick up the blue herb and combine that to make some acid shells. Here's how we do the liquor skip here. So I run in the room for 2 frames, and then I just take a very long turn. Like a very, very long-ass turn, pretty much. And pretty much after it gets done hitting, we're just able to dodge around it. It does have a higher chance of just straight up licking you as you come out of the room anyway, which is pretty ridiculous and bullshit. But here goes Mr. X. Just blasting the ass around at Mr. X there. Because... oh wait. Did I actually down him here?
Okay, better move it.
I actually downed him here. Damn. I didn't actually expect to down him there. That was pretty consistent. But however, from the flashbang right over there, stunning all those zombies right over there in that side of the hallway in the library. I accidentally turned my camera into the wrong position. But Claire doesn't push things that fastly, so she's not like Leon. She pushes things that fastly. Same as the original game, so can't really do so much about that. But you have to throw the flashbang in a good position in order to defeat those guys. But anyway. But I actually realized something. Did I actually end up with like more acid rounds at the end of RPG 2? Actually, I could have probably just shot that liquor. Actually, anyhow. Well, anywho, we're just gonna straight up like just try to dodge him and pray for the love of God he doesn't hit us. That liquor just straight up has a higher chance anyway hitting you though, but you know, sometimes you just gotta get lucky. Just trying to not take a hit. Lost like about. That was like my first hit I took in the run, so I lost like about, I don't know, probably like 3 seconds or so there. Lickers are pretty tanky enemies to deal with and pretty hard to gun down. Not really with the locker launcher so much, because it is projectile based, but, you know, it's not always the easiest thing to recommend to always rely on sometimes. There is a strong high-grade gunpowder you can pick up in this room here, but there's no need. Because the way I go with the 90% here from the last change from last run is I just avoid it. I just don't pick it up at all. I'm gonna do my checkpoint as I come out here to check where that zombie's gonna go. And I decided to take the ballsy dodge because I do have a skinny hitbox. Like a straight up dodge around him. But this guy right here, I kind of actually fucked up here. As I was blasting that ass round at him, and I accidentally fucked up. I was supposed to get him, but because I don't have the upgrade to the acid round, the upgrade to the locker launcher, the grenades are obviously going to miss. So you have to pay attention what side you're going to be shooting it on. So whatever side you're going to be shooting it on, you have to keep that in mind. But I'm not picking up the upgrade to the locker launcher. Maybe. No, actually, I'm not even going to bother doing it in these scenarios. It's not going to be worth it overall. It's probably going to take a long time to pick up anyway. Yeah, I kind of fucked up solving this puzzle. I gotta put in a lot of. I have to start putting in a lot of practice for some of these puzzles in this game. I know how to solve them, but I just don't know how to solve them too quickly. So I try to do it in a way where I'm like speeding it up, trying to see if I can get around fast enough. pretty sure I explained as much as I can on what to do, pretty much through the half parts. There was an Asian zombie, actually, I realized something. He didn't block my way that time, and I was, like, able to dodge around him. I don't actually know if, like, the flashlight protects you there from dodging around that guy, but, anywho, from getting in your way. So, so right here, okay, so for right here, there is a higher chance Sherry will just randomly cause you to waste a lot of seconds here, because sometimes with the movement here, she just straight up like to... She'll randomly, sometimes out of nowhere, jump down the banisters, the dressers, and there is a chance that she'll randomly, like, not read any button inputs and jump on the things at all. Like, there's just a random chance. I have no idea what the source what causes that to happen, but there's, like, random chances she'll just randomly not cooperate with the button inputs.
That must be the door out of here.
So you have to get that aware that Sherry,
Oh, no.
she pretty much moves a lot fast, and she sometimes can, like, fuck up your seconds or so. I mean, she's a fucking little kid. What do you expect? Can't really expect so much, but, anyhow. Gonna start this cutscene here, and, you know, there's not much going on at this point here. You know, there's not really music to hear for some weird reason, because my audio cords didn't connect well. Like, the second I had the original game music going on here, just, I don't know, for some weird reason, you know, the audio boost didn't even hear. It didn't even hear, pretty much. I mean, it didn't really start it off with the original game music soundtrack. I have no idea what happened. Pretty weird. So, you know, there's not much to commentate here. I'm just gonna stay quiet until I play as Claire again, because I'm pretty sure I mentioned everything I can. So, yeah, we're done.
It's all over now. Doors locked. Where are you? Show yourself. I know you're in here. The longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be.
Oh God. Oh God.
Bitch has gotta be here somewhere. Oh. God damn it!
Also, Birkin is a complete idiot here. He can't really hear you as we're running, pretty much. So you can look, he can only attack you from the flashlight, believe it or not. So you can just stand right behind his back all day and he won't even protect you from anything. He can only just track you by flashlight, that's it.
Son of a bitch.
No more. No more. Please.
This is your last fucking chance. Show yourself. Now! Oh, it burns! Where the fuck is my key? I see you.
Hurry. Hurry. Hurry.
I'm coming, Sherry! Get over here, you little bitch.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Speedrunning this game and having to deal with the clunky movement and the combat in this game is really, really obnoxious. I think I spent a nice good chunk of 20 minutes here bumping into walls alone. Doesn't even fucking surprise me anymore. But back to what I was talking about the locker launcher. You know, it's gonna cause a havoc in our inventory space, so you know, it's like not worth picking up. Especially for a lot of key areas anyway, and we're gonna be picking up a lot of key items anyway in this game, so not really worth keeping that in their inventory. So for the Mr. X skip here, here's how you do the Mr. X skip. Is that whenever we're like probably like 3 feet or so next to Mr. X, we'll aim and then we'll turn back quickly as possible. But be aware sometimes Mr. X likes to be a sinker. He likes to be a sinker and stuff like that, and he likes to be a dick and just randomly like what I mean by a sinker is like I mean like when an enemy in Resident Evil 2 or whatever in Resident Evil 2 decides to delay their attacks, and they'll literally just crowd you to death. And while they're delaying their attacks, they will become that's what they're called, a sinker. When they just delay attack and they're just basically failing to react. And they'll just crowd you. Pretty dumb. Sometimes dealing with that. I think I've done with that so much goddamn times in Clear A, but anywho. But we rather this female zombie here to be a sinker. Sometimes she can't be a sinker sometimes. And she'll randomly react on you early. It's a very rare occurrence that she'll randomly turn the other position. But this is kind of actually the scary part here, dodging the dogs here. Especially the fact that my locker launcher is equipped here, and I kind of run the risk of getting hit a lot here. But the dogs are kind of actually a lot risky to dodge here. So we gotta get a little bit lucky and make our pre-turnium as we're dodging them. Gotta get a little bit lucky as much as we can. Then we're gonna come into the bus here, pick up the hand grenade. But this dog has a very higher chance of just hitting you. Like a dick. There's not much you could do about it, but I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost got hit there. Like, that was such luck right there. I certainly would have probably lost the run if I got grabbed by that zombie. I almost got hit there by that zombie right there. Same thing goes for that dog. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is kind of actually a bad return trip from the city. Also, I decided to just let this cutscene play because I'd rather see Birkin die here. I mean, see Irons die here. This cutscene's not that brutal, but hey, I love it. Still gonna love it anyway, because fuck him.
Jesus Christ.
But anyhow, your cutscenes don't even affect your time anyway, so I just let it play because whatever.
Sherry, I'll be right there.
Squeezing right by. Not even gonna worry so much about Mr. X here. He's not even gonna attack Sherry. So we're good to go. Squeezing right by.
Don't stop.
And pretty much now we are into the sewer area. The sewer area is like probably the riskiest area in the game, kinda actually. Actually, no. RP2 is more worse in this area, but however, still. So because it's like the riskiest area in the game, because I have to gun down some zombies here, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pick up that... we're gonna pick up the,
You hear me?
we're gonna pick up that Magnum rounds for the 6060 solid bullets right there, pretty much. Just gonna pick that up there. And I know what you might be saying, but Shane, why are you gonna grab the Magnum and stuff like that? And it's like, because I have to gun down some zombies and stuff like that, because dodging them is a pain in the ass in this game sometimes, and the locker launcher is not always gonna be the saver thing to help me out here. And yeah, I know, 5, 4, 30, whatever, time lost picking up that upgrade for the Magnum. I know. I know. I know. I know. Anywho. Coming up in squeeze right by that other zombie there. And then we're gonna just blast the ass around at that Asian zombie. I got insanely lucky in this run. Wait, I'm playing as Claire, never mind. I forgot I got a skinny hitbox, so I don't actually have to worry about so much. Anyhow. But kinda actually lucky, because I actually almost got grabbed by a zombie though. But gonna go to after we press that button there, we're just gonna hit to the item box as quickly as possible, throw that blue pink key away, and then after that we can just pick up the handgun. But I had to go to my Mingy there, swap that to a different position because I had to pick up the crank. Yeah, this probably would have been a very simple thing if I just straight up did not pick up the handgun and, you know, got the Magnum, but you know, hey, still more consistent and faster, personally. That's what I think. Because the locker launcher for some of the zombies that I have no choice to just straight up, like, deal with here as Claire is gonna kind of actually be a lot hard to deal with. And, you know, the Magnum's just gonna be a straight up lifesaver for the session overall, personally. So yeah. Also, for some reason, I missed that crit rate on that guy, but, you know, that's obviously something that I could have just straight up avoid not picking up that Magnum, but whatever. But if I didn't pick up that Magnum, that means I would have to throw that hand grenade down there, and I need to save those hand grenades for the final boss. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a better decision overall, just picking up the Magnum. Anyhow, so passing around here, just gonna ignore that G mutant. Sometimes that G mutant just randomly likes to stand still when you come back down here. He won't go to his tether sometimes. Like, he'll sometimes go to his other tether instead of him being in the way when you come back through here. He likes to do that sometimes, to be a dick. Could have just aimed and go my shot here, but I decided not to. Decided to just shoot this guy here and decapitate him. Whatever. Some unnecessary decapitations, but whatever. Saved me like 2 side packs right there. Just some inventory space anyway. Just so I can avoid getting grabbed coming back in here. And you can see what I talk about. This asshole likes to just cock block the way and stuff like that. And I panic here because I thought I was gonna have to shoot him as the second I jumped down, but he went on ahead and just swim away, I guess. I don't know what happened there. He just randomly swam away, I don't know. Anyhow. I don't know what happened there. He just randomly decided to swim away or something. What the hell happened there? I thought I was gonna have to shoot him as I was jumping down, but, with the flame rounds in order to cause hit stun. But, you know, he didn't even bother attacking. So that was good to go. Pretty great. But not too great because he still was blocking my way. Alright, so G-Mutant area, right here. We're gonna blast that Magnum round at that G-Mutant as we're just opening that. And then coming over here. Alright, so we're gonna blast a flame round at that G-Mutant, basically, because for some reason, on Claire's A scenario, shockingly, believe it or not, on Claire's A scenario, I don't think this can be something for Claire B or whatever. I don't know. Whenever I play as Claire, for some reason, that G-Mutant has, like, a higher chance of just straight up, like, it has a higher chance of just straight up grabbing me than it has with Leon. Like, that G-Mutant just randomly, it literally is more likely to grab me than it has a chance to grabbing Leon. Like I think I've gotten grabbed by that G-Mutant multiple times than I had as Leon, pretty much. Well, I haven't as Leon, pretty much. So that G-Mutant just more likely has a higher chance of just straight up grabbing me if I'm playing as Claire. And if I'm playing as Leon, it just straight up doesn't have a higher chance of grabbing me for some reason. It's like an 80% chance. 80% chance for it to grab me if I'm playing as Claire, 80% chance of it has a chance to grab me if I'm playing as Leon. You know, it's kind of actually a lot weird. I have no idea what cause it is. Some distances from the scenarios, I guess, for certain area times to get there fast enough. I don't know. Kind of weird how this can straight up happen. But anyhow. Instead of just move that up a slot, whatever. Picking up the spark striker right here. Went on ahead and decapitated that zombie just to get him out of the way. And now we got the spark striker. We can tear ass with the G mutants here because they decided to block our way. Speaking of the devil, just gonna blast him with spark striker. See if we can clip by him instead of avoiding killing him. Instead of just avoiding killing him right there. They're completely, if it blocks you to the point where you can't actually really dodge it, pretty much. You can't I mean, not actually dodge, you can't really clip past its collision box when it does that. If you can't really pass by it, or if they're like all rooted up together, then, you know, just straight up kill them pretty much, because, you know, the spark striker is like the best weapon to just get rid of them. Overall. Like, Spark Striker is like the best optional weapon to get rid of G-mutants, because it tears ass to death with them. And, you know, if they get in the way, just straight up kill them, actually, at this point. It's gonna probably be worth it overall to get rid of them like that. In order to avoid them. Trade that crank for the med spray. So hopefully you manage to just straight up not waste all those grenades. I mean, not the grenades, the hand grenades that we have in our inventory here for our defense method. Because if you lost all those grenades, or lost just straight up, like, hopefully you just straight up didn't lose none of the grenades, because if you did, you have failed pretty much kind of actually here, because you were supposed to save those grenades. You were supposed to save one grenade for the final boss. I mean, 2 grenades for the final boss of the game. And 1 grenade for right here for G2. Sequence here. And also for the final boss in order to kill it fast enough. So, hopefully you pay attention and you didn't do that. So, throw the hand grenade as per usual. And, you know, basically, Birkin will basically jump through. Just gonna blast like at least 1 flame round at him. We don't actually need to blast another flame round at him, basically, because we're gonna waste grenades doing that, because he just hardly takes any good hits done that way. He takes hits on from nothing there in this fight, but, like, however, well, except the lucky magnum shot, but however, just gotta quickly get down here as fast as possible. And then we're going to come all the way over here, blast a flame round at him. He's gonna straight up crowd and obviously attempt to hit. Yeah, he decided to be a dick there and crowd. He more than likely will crowd pretty much right there. There's just a straight up higher chance of him doing that. It's just unexpected, and I just got a hit there. So that was pretty much a no-no there. But however, pretty much I had decided to try to knife him a little bit, basically. He's already dead, but, however, had to get a little lucky here, avoid getting hit. He finally went down, pressed the button, and now after that, all we have to do is just straight up pray. Pray for the love of God he actually dies here, pretty much. If he doesn't go down with that last flame round, then just basically do the lucky magnum shot and try to blast the magnum round at his eyeball. And get lucky with the lucky magnum shot. But, yeah, I took a hit there, basically.
I'm so sorry, Sherry.
That was pretty bad.
This is taking forever.
So, like, basically, the times I got hit in this run, you know, G2 is pretty... It's pretty more than likely you were gonna get hit, I was gonna get hit by that boss overall, because the way he just crowds you in that boss is pretty ridiculous, so... pretty annoying, but however, you know, it's just obviously bound to happen, so I wasn't really shocked that it was gonna actually happen like that. But anywho, so
Hold on, Sherry.
basically right here, we're just going to actually just straight up take Sherry to the elevator here.
Almost there, Sherry. We're almost there.
But it's all like kind of luck based during that boss during the most part. So
Good. Cable car.
there is a different like strat that the world record does for that boss, but I just did my own strat basically because I personally think that that boss is kind of actually a pain in the ass. So I decided to just do that strat instead. It's really annoying dealing with him during that boss. So I just honestly felt like it would be a better idea to just straight up do that. But yeah, I lost like about in this run from getting hit like about 10 seconds or so.
Just hold on, Sherry.
3 seconds from getting hit by the liquor. And then like probably like 7 seconds from getting hit by Birkin 2, G2. Yeah, somebody could take this. I did have like all my health pretty much. Like I had my med spray, I had my green herb. I didn't even get hit like that during this run, but you know, somebody could still take this run a little bit easier if they wanted to.
Enjoy your visit.
But anyhow, gonna pick up those grenades. Then after that, we're going to head all the way over here. And there is a spark striker you could pick up in this room here, in the lab. But we're not gonna be relying on the spark striker like that no more. We're just gonna use it to cheese a couple enemies, and that's about it. It's like hardly any useful overall, not much no more. So we're not even gonna need to use it for so much, too terribly much. So you could pick those ammo up, pick that ammo up if you want, but there's no need, straight up no need at all to pick it up. But decided to just pick up that high grade gunpowder there instead. Picking up those grenades, putting that into the wallet. I mean, putting that in the watch. And, you know, for this zombie, in order to get that dagger out of my inventory, we're just gonna let him grab. Just let him grab right there. In order to dodge, well, in order to just straight up free up inventory space, just gonna let him grab so I can get rid of that dagger that I used during that boss.
Is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
Really, all we need to do is like leave like 2 inventory slots open for the lab actually here. So we only got to pick up the modulator and the conductor key and the item for the we just gotta pick up the item we need. Just 2 items pretty much: the modulator and the serum for the Chi virus or whatever, vaccine, blah blah blah. Just pick that up, you know. But I'm not gonna heal myself here because I think I forgot to mention this, but Claire actually moves a lot faster when she's on yellow caution mode. I forgot to mention this. She moves faster when she's on yellow caution mode. So because she moves faster when she's on yellow caution mode, you know, we could actually like not even have to heal ourselves until we're on danger caution, because that's when she starts moving slower. So when you're like on yellow caution or so, you're like, she's like not gonna need to. You don't even need to heal yourself, because like, you know, you're gonna by doing that you could just save more time, just like not healing yourself doing that there, because it's, like, as long as you're on yellow caution mode, you could just straight up avoid like little constant momentum of healing yourself, saving yourself 3 seconds instead of going in a menu and healing yourself. So pretty consistent. The way I do this puzzle here is I try to solve it a little bit slower, kind of actually, because I'm afraid, because I sometimes get too afraid that I'll fuck this puzzle up, pretty much, because it's very fucking easy to fuck this puzzle up. And if I, like, you can see there that the game tried to troll me there, because the game likes to troll me so goddamn much as I solve this puzzle, and if it trolls me, then like, you know, I'll lose the whole run if I press the wrong button. The run will die in my hands right there, just completely in my hands. And I wouldn't have nothing to do about it. I have nothing to do pretty much about it. I can do nothing about it whenever that happens, so yeah. And also you can see there the Spark Shocker does not have actually good recovery time. Doesn't have the best great recovery time overall. So it's not going to always be worth using on certain things, but I'll still use it anyway, just so I can save some of this ammo here, pretty much. Decapitate those guys. Blast that liquor right there, pretty much, and stuff. With the flame round. That liquor does have a chance of surviving the flame round, but just gotta hope for the best he doesn't. Gotta get a little lucky. Same thing goes for the other liquor in the room. Gotta pick up the modulator here, then we're gonna pick up the white acid here. So yeah, that's actually here. I didn't even need to equip that acid round. I don't know why I did. Because I guess I forgot to. I guess I slipped up my mind and actually forgot to equip the spark trucker here. I have no idea why. So that was pretty dumb of me forgetting to do that. But anywho, some of the liquor that from earlier, he actually survived the flame round and stuff like that. So because he survived, I was able to gun them down shockingly, believe it or not, there, and I got them with a good stun loop there, and they all died. I killed both of them, and I actually got them with a good stun loop there. All of them grouped up together, so I saved so I still saved the ammo that I was trying to pleasantly save. So haha, bitch. You're not that strong after all, assholes. I can still dodge you, whether you like it or not. But anyhow, there's blue gunpowder up in here. Just gonna combine that so we mix up acid rounds. Should have like about 13 or so, 12 acid shells up to this point. Whatever. What the hell line was that I took right there? Oh my god. But damn. But damn, Shane. Damn. Fuck that badly. But anywho, still. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually funny there, the way I got those guys with a stun loop. Pretty awesome. But, just coming back up here, just gonna straight up, get ready for any group motherfucker that's in our way. But, luckily there was not a group motherfucker in our way, so I could just unequip the spark structure here. Because there is just a group motherfucker instead, in that position, that room there. In that side of that room. But, however, though, I actually found out that we don't even need to kill these group motherfuckers here on standard. I mean on consistent mode, because they actually go down for 2 minutes here on consistent mode. So because they go down for 2 minutes here, we can just straight up like avoid pretty much trying to kill them pretty much. Because there's no need to blast flame rounds at them, because you save some flame rounds that way. And also, gotta back up a little bit there as we're getting around that group motherfucker. Blast an acid shell at that guy there, in order to get around him. Also, I kind of got a little bit worried here. Basically, because I decided to check my timer and how well I was doing. Seems like I wasn't doing that good on hardly that much, but kind of was like a lot worried pretty much for working here. And how I was going to do on cheesing him during this boss. But gonna pick up that hand grenade. I do that just because, like, you know, I just do it because of the fact that I have to cheese Birkin during this boss. I normally save that hand grenade for the final boss, but I'm just saving it for, you know, this fight here, basically, in order to get rid of Birkin fast enough. Because aggravated damage, actually, doesn't kill him so easily. Actually, I actually lied. Yeah, I actually lied, actually, here. So, remember when I said about, you know, we had to, we don't even need a spark striker like that no more? I actually lied. Now realizing it, I actually lied here. Because, I actually did use spark striker during this boss. And that was when Birkin went down on the first phase, so... Had to let sleeping dogs lie here, fortunately.
God. The antiviral agent. Gotta get back to Sherry.
We should have like 20 or 18 or 19 grenades, it doesn't matter. Just have these type of grenades in your inventory. Then we're gonna start off the fight with the acid rounds here. Or not. But just gonna blast acid shell here and his eyeball. Sometimes the first eyeball is kinda like a lot annoying to hit. Kinda actually a lot annoying to hit. Same thing goes for the one on the back. But he went down here, so decided to shoot him with a spark striker, because I decided to see what else I could do here. But anywho. Just basically throwing hand grenades and acid shells at him as much as I can. The eyeballs on the second phase is like enough just to take down. But we got him into phase 3 finally. Quite early. I mean, not quite early, but you know, he's not gonna die, unfortunately, here, because like I said, aggravated damage doesn't really kill him here. And I'm pretty sure he's locked into this animation where he can't die at all. So because I think he's locked into that animation where he can't die at all, you know, you can't really do so much about it. I just have to get close and try to see if more aggravated damage can be possible there. But luckily I didn't get hit there and didn't have to went into the menu and waste like 3 seconds or so. And heal myself. I guess that was a good fight, actually. I'm not gonna lie, maybe that was a good fight, actually. I don't know. Kinda actually a little worried for the final boss a little bit. But the 2 hand grenades, I just, you know... For the final boss with the 2 hand grenades, I just try to get lucky as much as I can in order to kill him Birkin fast enough.
Sure. Can you walk faster? I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
So, pretty much right here, all we just need is just like about 3 acid shells left. That's all we need for this point here.
Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
There's a med spray here that I could pick up, but I can't afford the time because of my insurance. It requires me to not pick that up because they got pissed off at me last time. But anywho, we're just gonna avoid that med spray there because I can't afford the time to lose. Picking that up, especially the fact that I didn't even use my other health in this run anyway, so there's no point in using it. It's not even need it. We're just gonna sit right here, pretty much sit by this position like this, so Sherry doesn't randomly decide to just block our way as we're coming out, because she'll randomly like clip by your collision bots, and she'll just block your way pretty much as you're getting out for some weird reason. So England, like right there, we can just avoid her blocking us on the way out. 'Cause there is a chance, believe it or not, she'll actually block you on the way out. What the hell line was that after I got out the door? What the fuck? Alright.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
A little fun fact, this group motherfucker here, you could actually, funny story, on consistent mode, you can actually blast a flame round at him and actually just kill him, actually. On consistent mode, there's like a chance you could like blast him in a perfect position and you could actually like a flame grenade and you'll actually kill him, actually, on consistent mode. I'm gonna have to record that someday. It's a little funny fact, basically. Sure, she's just be busting through the door right about now.
I got it.
Huh. Nice work.
All we just needed was like 3 acid shells for these next 2 zombies here, and now we're done. That zombie right there, just blast an acid shell at him from that range, so we could cause him to back up.
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
Because otherwise, sometimes he likes to, whenever you kill him, pretty much, he likes to just straight up hug you as he's dying and stuff like that. He'll die if you blast like a handgun bullet at him, pretty much. He's just easy to kill, regardless of whatever spot. He'll just die. Gotta pick up the minigun for last, so we could just save 3 seconds or so. Just by picking it up for last, we could just avoid. We could just avoid a little consonant in here, even though we could, but however, you know, picking that up now, so we could just save some seconds or so. So I think we'll gotta do that right there. So we're gonna equip we have to make sure our hand grenades are equipped here, so we can get ahead and achieve working here. So the fight is a little straightforward. We just have to destroy all of his eyeballs here. It's gonna be a little risky, actually, a little bit here. Throwing a hand grenade here. Oh, and yeah, that was like the baddest part about the fight here, is that I did take a hit here in this fight. And I actually managed to not knock him down here. Actually, nope, I did. I knocked him down here. But it's all luck-based a little bit. You know, you gotta throw 2 of those hand grenades at him. But I was hoping that hand grenade would actually knock him down and prevent him from, like, getting out of position there. But that's how you end the fight, pretty much, and stuff. So, you know, the fight is over. Pretty easy fight on consistent mode. Pretty easy to end. So, yeah, there you go. Pretty much, we're done. So, yeah, that was my Resident Evil 2 remake. Player's A scenario, any percent speedrun. Pretty sure the final time was completed around 59 minutes or so. So, at least this was a good chunk of a record, so take what I can get. But this was completed on 30 FPS, so
It's okay.
keep that in mind.
We're getting out of here.
Enjoy the ending.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
I want to see where you live.
Good. I take a shower.
Yeah.
Really? That bad? Oh yeah.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
So pretty much you're right about there. Claire A has been completed with my final 80% for her. Now it is time for Leon B, pretty much. So yeah, I'm doing all the scenarios, keep that in mind. So stay tuned for the next run, which is Leon B. But you know, this run was pretty fun to record and do, pretty much. I was pretty excited, pretty much, I was gonna get this record, but yeah, this category for this run. I shouldn't say record because it's not really a world record, but whatever. Not gonna stress over it. Still a fun run. And still gonna keep this run. So yeah. If you also enjoy my run here, please make sure you like and comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that motherfucking notification bell like it's a dumbbell. And check out my socials. Check me out on Twitter and Snapchat, where you can follow me and my friends, Red and Josh. Say hi, guys! And also follow me on Twitter, where I do puzzle solution and stuff like that. And also, like, you know, like, yeah, that's pretty much about it, pretty much, you know. Like, my Twitter is, like, basically a puzzle solution. Like, basically, like, I link puzzles and stuff like that out. So, like, basically, like, whatever puzzle, like, that's hard to solve, like, you go to my Twitter and you, like, find out how to solve a puzzle, pretty much, from there. If there was a hard puzzle, you had a stressful time solving. So, yeah. Pretty complicated to explain, but you'll see when you get there. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Bye. Oh. $50 minutes and 2 seconds. Yes! Yeah!
Resident Evil 2.